Hello gamers, Surfer Kitty 99 on the Survival Kitty world, and we adapted this little ruin that we found last week into a tiny base, and I've been thinking about it since, and I think that this little base is actually supposed to be a shipwreck. Now the thing that confused me last week is I wasn't aware about the shipwrecks anyway, but they're supposed to only be found in or under the water, and we are definitely not underwater, but we are on this little tiny spurt of sand that's stuck right out into what is one of these new coral reef areas. Look at all the kelp and all the coral out there because you can see the colours. I can't show it you properly because we tried going underwater last week. And as you can see, it's just a bit dark. You can't really see very well. We can see the kelp here, look, because it's quite close, and the seagrass over there, look, behind it. But it gets too dark very quickly, and we can't really see. As soon as we go underwater, we can't see the colour anymore. So it looks really interesting, but at the moment, because I'm in survival and you really can't see underwater, it's very difficult to see it. But you see, look, we've got this little spur of sand that actually isn't connected to the mainland, and I think that what it's done is slightly confused the game, and it's put a little bit of the shipwreck, because this looks like the, is it the prow? Yeah, it's the prow of the boat, isn't it? Because it's shaped to curve around. So I think this is actually meant to be a shipwreck. So we've turned that little shipwreck into a cool little base for us to stop at as we're exploring. So let's go explore a bit further. We're going to keep going round in the hope. Hello, Mr. Cow. We're going to keep exploring around, and I still haven't found a... Did I just hear a skeleton? Ooh. Oh gosh, there's a great big hole in my world. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, we've just had the 1.13 update, haven't we? I hope it's not messed my world. Oh, now it's loaded. And it was just a problem with loading. Oh, that's strange, because when I was this way... Oh dear. That's not good, I think. Oh, it's trying. Oh, golly. Oh my. Oh dear. That's definitely not good. Oh, I hope he hasn't corrupted the world. That's very odd. It's trying, but it's not quite managing. Oh dear. Let's go this way. Well, that might be the end of this series, mightn't it? If there is a problem with the world. There's a big gap there in the world suddenly. Oh dear, that's such a shame. Well, I started the survival world because I thought it might be a bit interesting, especially for you guys, because I haven't ever played survival before, so I really don't know anything about it. But I've learned an awful lot, and I must admit I much prefer the creative world. And I think we're in trouble here, guys. Oh, that is such a shame. There's a whole chunk in the middle of my... Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh dear. Yeah, I think our world might be corrupted. Oh, that's so sad. That is such a shame. Well, I've had a nice try at the survival thing. Like I say, I admit, I think I started out, I made myself a base, I caught a few animals. I would have liked to get more animals, but unfortunately I haven't been able to find any carrots. So I can't catch the animals that want carrots, like bunnies and pigs. And I haven't been able to find a village so far. So we would need to go a huge distance further travelling over the ocean and stuff, and if our world has now got corrupted because of the 1.13 coming out, that would mean we really are going to have to start a new game, because if we've got part of it corrupted, then it's likely there are other areas corrupted, which is such a shame, because we've come quite far, but for it to suddenly disappear. I'm going to head back in this direction and see if that area is loaded this time, in case it was just a minor glitch. Do you know what I mean? I want to give it another chance. There's lots of like cliff edges, isn't there, around the sides of my oceans and stuff. As I'm travelling around, it's kind of odd. I'm supposed to stay near the ocean, aren't I, instead of wandering off into the middle of nowhere, so that I don't get lost, because the whole point is not to get lost. There's, oh look, the fish, you can see the fish. That's quite good. Oh, we saw a dolphin down here in the last episode, didn't we, as well? Right, so let's see if we, oh no, it's still a gap, look. Yeah. That is a shame, it really is. Yeah, like I said, we've learned a lot, and we've had a try. And let me know in the comments what you think about the survival series. Is it something that you would like me to continue with, or is it not of interest to you? And can you give me any advice about that that gap in the world that we've got? Does that mean that I really shouldn't try and continue in this place anymore? We've just got some ink sacks. One of the guys must have beached himself. Another cave. We haven't got any torches at the moment. I did get a little bit of coal while we were doing our explore, so... Oh, let's have a quick look here. Oh, creeper. He's gonna come, isn't he? Right. Oh no, I can't move back far enough because I got stuck on there. Oh well. One of these days I might be able to stop a creeper. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, is this a series you'd like to see continue, or do you think this is just something you're not interested in? Something that you... What do you watch the channel for? Is seeing a noob play survival interesting to you? Is it something you'd like to see me continue? And if you've got me any advice about that weird, glitchy, not displaying area on my world, I would appreciate the advice, because I'm not sure what whether that means I'm in trouble with my planet or not. I do have a copy of it, and I did back things up before I loaded stuff, so I should probably have to wait for an explorer into what happens if I try and get those back. But if people are not interested in the series, it might not be worth doing so. Oh gosh, we're going right around the edge here. It's going to go dark, isn't it, while I'm still wandering around the edges of the ocean. I do think we're on an island, sort of an island, and we're just going around it. And I'm not going to... Oh, where are we? It's going dark, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's going dark. What do I do? I think what we're going to have to do is quickly dig a hole into the cliff and make ourselves a miniature base like you normally would do on your first day. Let's pick all that up. We haven't got a torch, have we? There. We do have coal though. Can I make a... I can make 4 torches. Let's put the coal and the sticks back, and oh gosh, we've got some... Let's use this, and do we have any... Let's put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's put a torch up here. We're going to want a door and a bed. I want the door here and a bed, and we've got no way of, we've got no air space, have we? We need air space. What we want to do, shall we knock out a block there to let air in? And we haven't got, we want a fence post, don't we? But we don't. Can we make a fence post in a? I don't think we can make a fence post, can we? Without making a crafting table. Didn't think of that one before we left everywhere, did we? No. Anyway, let's sleep and see if we're safe here. I'm going to continue around. I'm actually hoping that this is an island now that we're on, and I'm just going to follow the coast round, and I'm hoping to find my actual base again after the patch, and with that weird area not displaying when we got up yesterday morning. I would really like to see my base and see if we've still got a base and if everything's actually still working. There's that big gap in the place is rather worrying to me, and I don't like it. So let's keep wandering and hope. I was really hoping that we could find a village, because villages tend to have crops, so I was hoping we could get carrots. And also, I've never tried to trade with a villager before, because I always played the creative version of the game, but you can trade with villagers and stuff, and so it's a really useful thing to have. It's a village that you can see and talk to. And did you see that fish jump up? It's just like a... Is he going to do it again? No, probably not. Not now, I'm waiting for it. Right, so let's keep going. But yeah, so I was really hoping we would find a village on the island with us, or somewhere fairly close to where we are, but we haven't found anything. And that's a shame, actually, because that means in order to try and find a village, we're going to have to do a serious travel. And I don't... The exploring we've done just of this little island, we've travelled a really long way, and it's taken a really long time to get around. And I have absolutely no idea which direction any villager will be in. And the chances of finding a village, I'm beginning to wonder how people manage on survival, because the place is so big, and to find the things that you need, unless you've got sheer dumb luck in that the villagers spawn right next to where you start. Oh look, more fish. Unless you've got the real luck on your side where they spawn right near you, how do you find them? It's crazy. And then of course once you find them, you might, especially since I'm miles away, if I find a village, I'll probably then want to relocate closer to the village, which means all the building and stuff. Oh great, now I can't get up the... Okay. Look, get out the water. Right, we're going to have to go up here, because I don't seem to be able to go round, so we're going to try to go up. Oh, bouncy, 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 bouncy. I've also discovered something about this game. I tend to get motion sick, have done since I was a tiny kid. And in most cases I'm not too bad most of the time, but I have discovered that with survival, because you're actually walking along the floor all the time, and every time you go up and down things you go bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. It actually quite often triggers my motion sickness, so I start to feel a bit ill, which is really odd, because I don't tend to get that in most games. I do occasionally get that in a game, and like some games I'm totally unable to play because the motion sickness triggers, and it just makes me sick within like 5 minutes of starting the game. Look at that. That is actually kind of fascinating. It's the way the water mechanics work. It's kind of all choppy, but that's actually the closest Minecraft can manage to a beautiful waterfall, and it is in a sort of geometric way. It is quite pretty. Let's take a tree and screeny of that one. Right, let's have a quick look up here. What we got over here? Quite tall mountains, aren't they, actually? Look at the tree right on top of it. That's kind of odd place for a tree. Hello, chicken. Let's see, there's tons of chickens on this island. Tons and tons and tons and tons of them. Yes, so with the motion sickness, I was just starting to say I'm starting to feel slightly motion sick again with all the bouncing, especially with that going up and down that mountain and not being able to get out of the water. That was a little bit... Ooh. Does anybody else get that, or am I just one of those weird people? No, I know I'm a bit weird, but that's just... I think everybody's a little bit weird in their own way. You just find what weirdness about yourself makes you happy. And try to curb the weirdness that alienates other people. Okay? Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like a plan to me. Hello, chickens. See, there's millions of chickens around here. Millions of them. Look at how tall that area is. Look. Where am I? Right, can I get up? Oh, guys, let me up. Let me up. Right, so this way is a very tall blob. I'm gonna go. Can I get up the big blob so that we can see from the top of the tallest bit? Can I, oh, bouncy. No, that's not good. More ocean and no connected land by the looks of it. And let's go all the way to the top of the mountain. Sorry, Mr. Chicken, I really want to come up there. Thank you. Oh, can I get head up to the tippy top? We're at the tippy top with the tree. It's all... No, there's no anything. Right, let's get back down before it gets... Oh, lava over there. I think there was still lava on our island. I think we are really going round and round. Oh no, we're going to need to eat, aren't we? Get our sword back, because I suspect we're going to start to get dark soon. Right, so we've got our full ET bars, and our health's gone up a little bit. More chickens. I tell you, this island is chicken world. Chicken world. There's nothing but chickens on my little chicken world. I'm starting to think I'm never going to find my base again. Oh, guys, how far away from our base are we? I want to see my base. I want to make sure it's okay after 1:13. See, most of the world's fine, but there was that one little area that seems to have glitched it out, so I don't know. Really could use your advice, guys, about this. Do I continue with the world and just try and stay out of that little glitchy area, or am I going to be in trouble in other areas? And why did that little bit just glitch out? Oh look, dolphin! Dolphin, did you see it? Yeah, did you see him? Come back, Mr. Dolphin. No, Okay, let's go. Really hoping to find my base. Really, really, really hoping to find my base now. Can I get up here? Up, 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 up. And back down. And what else can we find? Oh, loads and loads of sugar. Yes, I found my base. Guys, we're home. And it's still here. That is such a welcome sight. I'm really, really, really happy we got back here. So, right, guys, in the comments, let me know lots of things. Like, do you want me to continue the series? Are you enjoying it? What should I do next? Any advice about that glitchy bit of the world that we found? And, yeah, any advice what I should do next? Where I should go, what I should do? Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!